It's been 4 years since I last saw her. Callie was average. She was tall with black hair and dark eyes, and was just a pretty 18-year-old girl. She didn't appear to be anyone out of the ordinary at first. Then you got an unclear vibe from her. Not many people knew who she was. She often kept to herself, almost like a mystery girl. Just one big mystery. I remember when she moved here. All of middle school she had one friend. Then her friend ended up moving by the time high school came. I guess that's why she didn't mind being alone. Most of her days were spent in her loft. She'd stay in there for a while, kind of like her comfort zone. Her and her friend hung out there a lot. It was easy for her not to care so much about anything. She was actually very nice and caring, like that girl hiding behind glasses. Then she reveals she was actually nice and beautiful the whole time. She was perfect the whole time. She kept to herself and minded her own business. That's all. Being alone didn't bother her much. She had friends and family and me. Being alone was just more comforting to her, like her own time to think and hate human existence, because for some odd reason, she was still here on Earth that was just going downhill. Now, she wasn't depressed or anything, just some part of her mind was open to reality. She took it differently than anyone else. She pretended like it wasn't there. Her parents were always gone, either working like her father did or like her mom, who, out of the time I spent with Callie, I only met once. She raised her little sister. Cameron was the complete opposite of Callie. She was a freshman in high school. Wasn't a bad kid, just really enjoyed smoking pot with her friends and Callie. She didn't hang out with many other freshmen. She hung out with Callie or even Callie's friends. I met Callie our sophomore year. We sat together in French. She always gave me the answers, even when I didn't ask. She knew I had no idea what was going on. I found her strange at first. She didn't talk to me, just slid me a paper with the answers on it. I was friends with Molly, who told me as much as she could about her. It made me want to get to know her more. All the boys wanted to get to know Callie. She didn't even know what she was doing. She wasn't the kind of girl to hook up with a guy once, and that was it. The guy was hooked. I was. I didn't even kiss her yet, and I was already all about her. She took mine and everyone's breath away. She was that girl in school. Cliché, but true. I remember that day, the day I last saw her. I remember it so vividly. She invited me to the parking garage with the great view. She loved that place. It was really hot that day. I remember it. I remember her hair was pulled back. She wore all white. When we talked, I was the only one who talked. I was the only one who talked much. She opened up occasionally. She was more relaxed with someone else around. We hung out alone and she was fun. She was hilarious. I think she was afraid to let anyone in. She was with the people she found herself with a lot. Molly and Massey were there. Kara was there too. They were the only people who knew her like I did, the only ones she felt comfortable around. She didn't even feel comfortable around me. I saw it. I saw how she was talkative when they were around, danced when they were around. She always seemed distant around me. Never got too close. Never wanted much more than my physical being. We didn't talk much. I did all the talking. I came to the conclusion that she enjoyed them because they didn't care. They didn't beg for her secrets or anything. It was the enjoyment of her company. That's all she needed. But all I needed was her. I needed to know what went on in her head. I needed to know. Callie was simple. She was fun. She was the kind to accept the fact that she danced when people watched. Something about it was cute. Her laugh was the kind of laugh that made you smile. She was loved. I knew why she didn't want anyone too close. I knew that she was happy with life, that she was the fun, outgoing girl that won't just talk to you at parties, the girl who will make you laugh at the dumbest jokes to mess up when she's talking, because that was just her. She couldn't dance, nor could she sing. She wasn't a straight-A student who participated in sports and after-school activities. Callie was Callie. Callie could make anything perfect. No one saw her the way I did. Everyone thought she was a mystery the whole time, just that pretty girl who kept to herself. She was beautiful and amazing. I honestly didn't care that she was awkward and distant. It was her. It was how she was. I loved how she was. I loved her laugh, her smile, her. Callie made life fun and exciting and amazing that day. That day was a great day. I remember asking her if she wanted to leave. I remember leaving. I remember the car that ran the red light. I remember it hit our car on the right side. I woke up a week later from a coma to find out that Callie had been buried the day before.